Well, I hope this big hole in the ground is not an indication of this car condo being a money pit. Not that I think it would be, but I think it is funny that we haven't even gotten anywhere with the condo yet, and we've already had to put a hole in the ground. So today what I wanna go through and talk about is the car condo, what's coming up with this. This is a project that we've been working on here at the Turn 11 car condos for a while now. So I'm gonna give you some updates to that. I'm gonna give you some updates on what's coming up at COTA in the near future. Part of the reason why I bought a car condo is just because of everything happening with COTA. There's a lot of fun events coming up, so we're gonna talk about those as well. And then I really wanna dive into what's coming up as far as this YouTube channel and the future of this car condo, what that means for this channel and for other content creators out there that wanna join us here at the car condo. Stay tuned. One of the things that I'm excited about at COTA is what is right behind me, and that's COTA Land. COTA just posted updates to their palindrome roller coaster, which is currently under construction. The 51-mile-an-hour, 95-foot tall ride will be part of COTA Land Amusement Park, which does not have a set completion date as of yet, but they are moving along rapidly. I think their hopes is to be ready for F1 next year in 2026. According to COTA Land spokesperson, the palindrome roller coaster will be the first Grootselander infinity coaster of its kind in the US. This type of ride allows passengers to travel forward and backward with the possibility of launches, 2 inversions, and hold 12 riders. While COTA hasn't said exactly when COTA Land will be finished, they do know the park is expected to offer more than 30 rides and cover more than 20 acres of land. Other new rides will include the Circuit Breaker, the first tilt coaster of its kind in the country, the Sky Blazer, the only pendulum swing ride in Texas, and the Texas Wildcat, the only Schwarzkopf coaster not only in the US but throughout the world. Fans may not be able to visit COTA Land yet, but they can enjoy the upcoming US Grand Prix at COTA, or they can check out one of my favorite events, the new WEC event here. Speaking of the WEC event, now this is an enduro race and they've done it here. I was here at the race last year. So what this is an enduro race. Now a lot of old F1 drivers will get into this and race in here. So there is chances that you'll see F1 drivers. This is a 6-hour endurance race here at COTA. Now it's gonna be September 5th through the 7th. Like I said, I went last year and this was one of the most fun events. In fact, if you wanna get those like really nice paddock passes, which we did last year, they were only $1,200. Now, $1,200 is expensive per person, but you got alcohol, food the whole time you're there. What was fun about it for me is that you got to go meet all the drivers, walk through and see all the drivers and do the driver parade, which was really, really cool. If you did something like this for F1, we're talking here at COTA, we're talking $10,000 just to get into the paddock, and you don't even get all the same access that you would get through the Le Mans race. So I would highly recommend coming out to Le Mans race. In fact, the base tickets just to come out and check it out are really, really cheap. I think they're in the $35 to $50 range. So it's well worth it for a 6-hour enduro race. So definitely check out the Le Mans races. Now there's other events coming up like the F1 event. Now this is going to be in October. They just announced that Kygo is going to be one of the main acts. Also, Garth Brooks is the other main act. So if you're into any of those things, I would definitely come out. If you haven't been out to an F1 race, I really do recommend grab a general admission ticket and come out. And this isn't me pining over anything. I just love coming out to the F1 events. There's a lot of fanfare here in the Austin area. I just went to an F1 race in Austria myself because I wanted to check one out outside of the US. And I had to say, it made me appreciate the Austin race even more. While Austria was fantastic, lots of fandom, I feel like the fandom here in Austin has just this like fun vibe to it. There's constantly concerts happening and events, and you don't get that in going to the UK or going to Austria. You don't get the concerts at night. So I do recommend that if you all are thinking about or on the fence about coming to one of the F1 events here at COTA, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Just get the general admission, get maybe a day pass and come check it out because I think it's one of the best events. So let's talk about the car condo. Now, Part of the reason why I bought this car condo was because of everything happening here at COTA. We are planning on another podcast kind of spinning off from this. We're talking about people on the track and doing the track. So I got some things working in the future for that. So keep an eye out for one of my upcoming channels on that. But here we are. So we just started. I'm going to flash up. Here's the upstairs materials that we're going to go with. So we're going to do a blue backsplash on the upstairs kitchen. And then we're going to do this nice walnut countertops. And then we're going to do these gray flooring. And then we're going to have gray walls in here. And that's just the upstairs. So if you look upstairs, you can see we already have the bathroom framed out, which is nice. They had to redo the flooring over here. So anytime you're building commercial, you're gonna run into little issues like this. The water line was not really in the right spot, so they actually had to dig up the concrete and get the water line. So this is one of the most expensive parts, believe it or not, to building this condo was this little error right here. And like that happens when you're building commercial. When these builders build these units, sometimes it just doesn't line up the way you need it to. But imagine right here, glass railing right here. Stairs haven't come in yet, so we're about 2 weeks away from stairs. Stairs will be up here with glass railing. And then underneath here is going to be all the podcast stuff. So what's cool about the podcast stuff that we're going to be doing is that we have different people coming in to actually film their own podcast. I'm opening this up to real estate agents as well. So a lot of real estate agents are struggling to create content. So that's one thing that we're going to be helping other agents do is create content, not only just at my brokerage at Real Broker, but other brokerages as well. So if that's something you're interested in, just reach out to me. My information is pretty much everywhere. If you're a realtor, you probably have my information anyway, because it's all over the MLS. But yeah, so we're looking about an early September timeline for this to be fully completed. Now, as far as the studio goes, I don't know if that's going to be in the September timeline as well, but I'm really excited about some of the things that we picked, some of the upgrades that we picked. I can say that for people that are building out here, I've had lots of conversations with different people. They've closed, I think, about 30 of the units in the first section. So there's 61 units, I believe, in the first section. So they've already closed 30. In fact, if you look at the 10 event, 10 actually did a event with one of the ones that closed recently. I know the owner of this one. This is a fantastic unit that they did. They even have a golf simulator in this one, plus they have F1 driving simulators as well. I have heard of other podcasts that are going to be potentially going out here, which is kind of interesting. So hit me up if you want to know who else might be putting a podcast out here. I hope that goes through from what I've heard, so it'd be cool. Yeah, so I'm excited about this. Like I said, hopefully we're done before the WEC event, which is the Le Mans Lone Star race. I'm looking to probably do a party for all of my past clients here and all of our friends and family. So hopefully this will be ready for the WEC event and we'll throw a big party. If you want to come to that big party, let me know. If you think this is going to be a pretty cool space for us to shoot all of our future content, let me know in the comments as well. All right, so there's a lot of exciting things coming to COTA and COTA Land. If you want to come to one of our upcoming events I'm going to do here at COTA at my car condo, just shoot me an email. Just say, hey, I'm interested in turn 11, and we'll talk to you about coming out to some of our events. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and probably got another cool video right here.